It has been a month full of horrors within the horror month itself, and that is all coming to a head this very afternoon, everyone. Bye-bye beta, as the official update is out now when it's ready to mutate our worlds forever. From reanimations to brand new creations, let us talk the full release of a host of horrors, folks. And we'll start from the very beginning. The Wagstaff events following a Celestial Champion kill or rift setting tweak. He will show himself very quickly after either, and you will want to run where he runs in order to hopefully run into this here, the abandoned junk set piece. You will find within them some research notes that are mostly for fun lore reasons currently, so I'd focus your attention on the junk itself for cutstone, electrical doodads, trinkets even, new scrap material, and a 40% chance at unique blueprints for Warbiz armor pieces. Oh, and the repair kit needed to keep them in the game too, mind, so do not ignore any subsequent Wagstaff visits you might see if you want them all. But what does this new armor entail? Well, a lot. Starting with a targeting system that charges over time for up to 20 seconds, in which sees both pieces of gear being buffed individually. The headpiece reaches 20% damage increases, while the chest grants us a potential 30% boost to our movement speeds. Stray too far, however, and you will lose said bonuses. Fight with only one piece on, and the other will have to actually resync to potentially catch up to the proper charge level 2 once you do put it back on. It's neat stuff, but very simple, and we're only just getting started. So, let us talk about how reaching this point in the game also impacts day-to-day gameplay with the introduction of Lunar Hail and mutated mobs. The former will start 10 days following our chosen entrance into the post-endgame, and will return every 10 days after that, dropping Moonglass and infused Moonglass atop our noggins. The rain lasts for 90 seconds, hurts us, but nothing else for the time being, and can be countered via umbrellas, Woody's hard hats, waterlogged trees, and even just normal trees and umbrellas, really. Yeah, it's not as deadly as it once was, but trust me when I say that these undead bosses are still here to stay. With a rift active and a proper big bad dead, a corpse will stay behind to either be reanimated, burned, or just left off screen, resulting in new boss fights or just nothing at all. You decide that, of course, but for us here today, we want the fun stuff, so let us talk the new Crystal Deerclops. This monstrosity boasts 6,000 health, planar defense and attack, brand spanking new attacks themselves, a frenzy mode, and a stunning mechanic that will help turn the tide in our favor. After it throws its 2 ice spikes, be sure to hit it with any fire you can as soon as possible to get your free attacks in yourself, and be sure to bring a planar weapon at that, otherwise it's meaningless. But this is now how the fight will go for the most part. However, after every stun, the thing loses its ice aura and cannot be stunned for another 25 seconds or so. So in this mode, it is essentially normal Deerclops, but do note that it will attack more times per volley, so do with that as you please. But the big note is just to watch out for that crystal within its eye. If you see that, you can stun it again. To continue then, the armored Beardo is here in its always aggressive glory, offering us a challenge at 8,000 health, similar planar nonsense, new directional attacks, and a butt slam. The butt slam is our way to stun him, as hitting him with a planar weapon as quickly as we can after such an attack drops him to the ground, and folks, that's really it. He's pretty darn easy actually, and this goes for the regular Beardo now too, as that guy also has directional attacks and even lost damage in this update. But finally, the possessed Vargs on the other hand, might be the most dangerous enemies of them all now. 3,000 health, planar crap once again, horror hounds after their regular hound waves, and oh yeah, a frickin' fire breath attack. Not fun. So bring friends and try to hit it when its breathing set fire, as that is the only time we're able to stun it. Good luck. But what the heck was the point of all that, you ask? Well, be sure to enjoy their unique boss statues, of course. However, it's our pal Wagstaff's time to shine once again. After every mutated boss kill, he will show up to say a thing or two, but after all 3 are dead, he literally gives us a thing. A spark arc, as they're called. Now, additional arcs can now be obtained via killing additional mutations. However, note that you must kill a different boss each time in order to do so. But whatever Whatever the case may be, though, the resulting action should be the same. Head down to the activated Ancient Archive, find the security orbs, drop a Spark Arc, and then charge them up, as only then can you ever consider crafting any of the 3 new bright smithy items, as you can see. The Howitzer is an infinite blow dart that will accept Hound's Teeth as ammo, offering us incredible range, 68 damage per spit, and a crap ton of planar damage on top of that, making the Howitzer a for sure build. Now, the Ice Crystallizer is actually the only building we have here, but also gives us insane range to work with, turns said range into winter essentially, creates glaciers every 7 to 12 days up to 6 total, and can be turned on and off with the Deerclops eyeball. And no wildfires or withering for stuff within said range either. Cool stuff. And lastly, the Beardo bin and its cooling mechanics itself. Folks, the thing is a portable fridge that may only accept crockpot dishes alone, sure, but it preserves things at nearly 95%. In other words, it's stupid good. And when it's closed, it actually prevents toadstool spore clouds from impacting foods within it as well. So make notes and take advantage. But allow me to take advantage of us already being down here to kill some uncorrupted resting horrors for their relic chair blueprints even before a cave rift is even open, as Pearl herself holds the key to the second half of this update, the Sawhorse. She gives us a blueprint for one, and a friendship point once we do place said chair, and the Sawhorses are new crafting stations offering 9 new decor builds for our pleasure. And while it is true that most of what you see is but base decor, the vases and lamps should entice you enough to head this route, I feel. Yes, the vases eventually die out, but they are quite portable anyways, so don't ignore them completely. But still, the refuelable lamp is too, and is, well, refuelable, so I see far more potential there at the end of the day. But to wrap up our day comes a rapid fire of extra tidbits from updates to the update throughout this entire month, folks. We can now deconstruct Houndius Shootiuses and the new gear, but note that hammering a crystallizer only drops an uncharged Spark Arc instead. The scrap from abandoned junk can be used to repair broken clockworks if you're saving your gears. Reanimations of any of the 3 big bads actually lower the time needed for lunar rifts to close, which is a pretty sneaky change. The bright-eyed frogs replace normal frogs 60% of the time during frog rains, and yes, they are planar buffed and everything. Clay tweaked acid rain to be 2 times as effective against fuel, but 30% less with perishables, while also adding new indicators. Support pillars show their effective ranges now. And finally, the gramophone. Available at any alchemy engine at any time, we have 4 songs to torture ourselves with. So have at it. And there you have it, everyone. The full Host of Horrors update for Don't Starve Together, minus the hunting stuff, of course. For 2 reasons. 1, still kinda broken. 2, I'm not sure I really like them. But just note that hunts have the potential for corpse surprises now, meaning you might see a Koalefant corpse, but it's gonna become a Varg or a Yukis. They end in new Varg set pieces, complete with Koalefant corpses themselves, and actually have new indicators for danger along their paths with their dirt piles. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Expect some more reactions, showcases, and more soon. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.